know this trend is overdone to death, but whatever. You clicked on the video. I'm not putting in a disclaimer because if you don't know how to respectfully disagree by now, please click off this video. Unless it's an opinion about a specific group, the fan cams are not related to the opinions. Let's start. I really dislike Card's music. I feel bad that they haven't gotten the win yet, but I really feel like people only stan them because of their personalities. To be very honest, I don't know one person that genuinely listens to and enjoys their music. I'm sure that they are wonderful people, and I honestly love BM's humor, but like, what is their music? It's the only thing that keeps me from stanning them because I care a lot about the music I'm listening to. I didn't hate Ice Cream. It was a mediocre song, and I agree that the lyrics were not it. Lisa was really done dirty with her whole rap. It's a flirty, fun, summer song, and it's not the title track anyway, so I don't know why people are so pressed it's not doing that well on the charts. I don't love Ice Cream either, for the reasons I mentioned before. It's not as terrible as people made it out to be. And the music video is just awesome. Especially the part where Jenny shares some sweet or something with that beaver. It honestly got me howling. I don't think any member from Twice is an amazing rapper. Look, I know I'm going to get dragged for this one, but I gotta say that although I think Twice's raps aren't meant to be anything extraordinary, I sometimes think they ruin a song for me. I don't think Chiyoung is a good rapper either. Let me explain myself. I've heard Chiyoung rap in 16 and she was honestly pretty good. But I feel like she's a totally different Chiyoung in Twice. She had the potential to be one of the best K-pop rappers, but she just never gets to showcase her ability. Regarding the others, I don't think any of them have amazing flow or delivery. This is again my opinion, so don't come and kill me please. In my opinion, Solar has better stage presence than Hwasa. I know Hwasa is Korea's it girl, etc., but I feel like she sometimes tries too hard with the expressions she makes, or with exaggerated moves. I feel like Solar attracts my attention more than Hwasa, without even doing anything out of the ordinary. It's always clear how much fun Solar is having on stage, and that's probably a reason why I love her stage presence so much. I'm not saying Hwasa has no stage presence or whatever, I'm just saying that I prefer Solar's stage presence to Hwasa's. Calling current K-pop too Western is so wrong. K-pop has always been influenced by American pop to begin with. I always hear how fans complain about how K-pop is becoming too westernized and how it's not K-pop anymore. Looking at K-pop's history, you'll see a huge influence of Western concepts that are used by K-pop groups companies to begin with, even with the first generation. There are so many American and European producers involved in K-pop, that it never really had its own identity to begin with. Idol's hair extensions and wigs look downright horrendous. Most K-pop wigs and hair extensions on idols have no excuse to look that bad. From what I've seen, it looks like stylists just picked hair that matches in color, and most are some shades off, and length, then just clip it onto idols' heads. The textures don't match, you can see their actual hair over the extensions, it doesn't move the same, just not blended overall. It looks ugly and I cringe every time. Some beautiful examples of wigs and extensions.
No.
Idols doing one woke thing doesn't make them big supporters of the LGBT black feminist community. Literally every time an idol shakes a black person's hand, or says yes, homophobia is not good. I suppose, y'all are quick to come and scream how supportive they are of minorities. This doesn't mean they aren't supportive, but just because they said one thing doesn't mean they are huge advocates for blank. As an example, at a TXT fan sign someone asked Yeonjun to say trans rights, which he repeated back verbatim, and how that was somehow commendable. Or Taehyung mentioning he watched Call Me By Your Name. Vernon from 17 was asked something about their LGBT fans, and he responded with something along the lines of "Thank you for your support and we hope our music reaches across to different people and that the world can become a better place." Was this well said? Yes. Was it a nice sentiment? Yes. Does this mean they are huge activists or advocates for the LGBT community, which many people like to make them out to be? Hell no, beyond making some vaguely supportive claims, they don't do much. This doesn't mean they are all terrible people, but they certainly haven't done enough to earn the title activist, and that's okay. This is something I've seen so many times with so many groups, and it literally bothers me so much. Stop applauding idols for doing the bare minimum. Stray kids have it the best from JYP by far, so stays don't really have a reason to ask for better treatment. I get wanting the best for your faves, but it always baffles me when I see that stuff because I cannot think of anything to complain about in regards to how the company treats them. Solo projects? Tick. Budget? Tick. Quality? Tick. SNS freedom? Tick. Independence and creative freedom? Tick. Freedom in general? Tick. You cannot say the same in all those categories for any other group in JYP or most groups outside of JYP. The only complaints I've seen that do have some reasoning are that they are overworked, but they work at their own pace and choose to come back when they are ready. So as far as music goes, they are overworking themselves if they feel that way. But I doubt they do. I'm not saying Stray Kids have it the best in the world or are treated perfectly, but they have it pretty dang good even in comparison to all the other groups in their company. And that's it for today, guys. Tell me if you agreed with my opinions or not. Please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video. It will take literally 2 seconds of your time. See you next time.